What we know here is that at the time of the conflict in this case, Mr. Arbery had THC in his system. The toxicologist also confirmed that the THC in the system also corroborates frequent use of marijuana. Now the question becomes, could it cause potentially aggressive behavior, combative behavior, confrontational behavior? Yes. The expert says yes.
Final word from the state.
We heard a lot of could it potentially do this and potential behavior at the time of conflict. And is there a connection between a minute amount of marijuana that could cause aggression? Why Mr. Arbery did anything Mr. Arbery did is completely irrelevant. That's not the question. It's what the defendants did. And they knew nothing about this. They knew nothing about what was in his system. And they're talking about it causing him to be aggressive, combative, and confrontational. That is for the jury to decide. This is on video, and they can determine it. Dr. Kelly Kaufman's testimony on the effects of THC on Mr. Arbery are not relevant, and for the same grounds her testimony would not be allowed for his mental health, those are the exact same grounds that this court should find it's not relevant to her to talk about THC in his system.
The court issued an extensive order on the mental health records, the gateway records, and to me this is an additional layer to that, based on the court's prior findings and my understanding of what this particular evidence would be used for, that motion to eliminate is granted.
There's a reason that the medical examiner's office investigated this, Your Honor. There's a reason that they wanted to understand this, but the court is going to be shutting us down because these medical... Yes, sir.
Okay, the court's ruled on the mental health side of it. From what I understand, the GBI was interested in the issue, and so they followed up. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's relevant at trial. It brought up a small amount of THC. I don't know what that small amount of THC means.
You're going to prevent us from going into toxicology. You're going to prevent us from talking about corroboration of THC use, excessive THC, unless perhaps we can come back and educate the court on THC use in of itself causing aggressive behavior, confrontational behavior, outside and isolated from mental illness diagnosis. That was my question to the court, and I think we've...
The court's ruled. The court granted the motion to eliminate.